Look, we live in a world that is totally obsessed with just getting more done, right? Life hacking, time optimization, inbox zero. We are constantly bombarded with these strategies to squeeze every last drop of efficiency out of our day. But today, we're doing something different. In this explainer, we're going to look at productivity through a completely different, deeply spiritual lens, drawing from Mohammed Faris's groundbreaking insights in The Productive Muslim. Because, this isn't just about crossing items off a to-do list, it's about actually aligning your daily grind with your highest spiritual calling.
So take a second and be completely honest with me. Do you ever feel like, well, a machine, just stuck in this endless rat race? Our modern society kind of treats us like soulless engines whose only value is what we produce. We wake up, rush to work, pay the bills, sleep, and just do it all over again. It's incredibly draining. It leaves us exhausted, overwhelmed, and quietly wondering if this relentless cycle of tasks is really all there is to life. Listen, if you feel that deep fatigue, you are absolutely not alone. Your feelings are completely valid.
Mohammed Faris actually hits the nail on the head in the source material. He says, we've boosted our productivity as a human race, but we've also lost three things along the way: our purpose, our values, and our soul. I mean, just let that sink in for a moment. We've literally never been faster, and yet somehow we've never felt so empty. That missing piece creates this profound yearning inside us. We're craving a life where we are so much more than our daily grind, a life where our actions actually mean something beyond the immediate physical world. To heal that disconnect, we kind of have to completely redefine what it means to be productive. Modern productivity is often just output over input, doing things faster. But Islamic productivity offers a whole new, spiritually aligned paradigm. It's basically defined as focus multiplied by energy multiplied by time, but all directed towards maximizing your reward in the hereafter. It completely flips the end goal. You aren't just working to buy things or clear your desk anymore. You're managing your focus, energy, and time for an eternal, divine purpose. And if you look at this new model of productivity, it's beautifully anchored by purpose, values, and the soul right at its center. And the usual secular model, the center is, just profits or maybe self-advancement. But here, your soul is the core. When your foundational values are intact and you know exactly why you were created, the way you manage the outer edges, your physical focus, your energy, your time, it all just suddenly clicks into this harmonious, peaceful balance. That balance is actually lived out across three distinct spheres. True productivity means nurturing our energy, focus, and time across our spiritual connection with God, our physical bodies and health, and our social relationships. You can't just be an amazingly efficient worker who totally neglects their family, right? Nor can you be someone who prays all day but ignores their health or community responsibilities. It's the whole shebang, a comprehensive, holistic ecosystem where every single part of your life supports the others. Now, the bridge between the everyday mundane stuff and the spiritual is this beautiful concept called niyyah, or intention. An action done without intention is, well, it's just a task. If you're typing at your computer just to get a paycheck, it's just a job. But if you add niyyah, if you set the intention in your heart that you're working hard to honestly provide for your family and contribute positively to society for the sake of God, wow, that exact same ordinary task completely transforms. It elevates from a basic chore into a divinely focused, highly rewarding pursuit. And here is the really crucial point. When your intentions are pure, you unlock something truly incredible: barakah. Barakah translates to a divine blessing, or like a spiritual multiplier. It's this unexplainable magic that just expands the little time, energy, and resources you have. Have you ever noticed how sometimes you can accomplish in 2 hours what usually takes you 10? Or how a small amount of money somehow stretches to cover all your needs? That is barakah. When you align your life with divine guidance, your inputs are literally supercharged. Of course, this framework goes way beyond basic sleep cycles and cutting out late-night caffeine. Though, hey, those are for sure important. It actually introduces a unique spiritual solution, like sleeping with a clean heart. Seriously, forgiving people before your head hits the pillow physically relaxes your body, granting you much better rest. The physical and the spiritual, they're permanently intertwined. So, this spiritual and physical balance naturally dictates how we set up our daily schedule, starting with the absolute secret weapon: waking up early. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The early hours are blessed for my ummah." Long before all these modern productivity gurus were telling CEOs to wake up at 5 a.m., this spiritual tradition taught that the early morning is just packed with barakah.
It is absolutely the best time to find peace, clarity, and deep focus before the world wakes up and gets uncomfortably loud. Let's actually walk through what a peaceful, blessed morning routine looks like together. Imagine waking up at 4:30 a.m. for the quiet, voluntary night prayer, tahajjud. By 5 a.m., you're praying the mandatory Fajr prayer. And instead of instantly grabbing your phone, which we all do, you spend 5:30 to 6 a.m. in quiet remembrance and reading. Then you plan your day with a perfectly clear head, followed by a little morning exercise. By front-loading your day with this spiritual and physical nourishment, you build up immense willpower and a profound sense of calm that shields you against the chaos of the rest of the day. But okay, even with the absolute best morning routine, we all run into the ultimate time killer, procrastination. It's vital to acknowledge that everyone struggles with this. Our brains are biologically wired to run from discomfort. We put things off because we either hate the task and feel totally overwhelmed by it, we honestly just don't know how to start, or, let's be real, we found an endlessly scrolling social media feed that is much more shiny and distracting. Understanding why your brain is hitting the brakes is step one to overcoming it. To combat this, we can quickly fire off these practical steps to beat that resistance. Step 1. Become a pro and just show up. A professional writer writes whether they feel inspired or not, right? Put your emotions aside and just start. Step 2, gamification. Turn that boring task into a race against the clock to make it fun. And step 3, the Pomodoro technique. Set a timer for just 25 minutes of highly focused work. Committing to a simple 25-minute session dramatically lowers the psychological barrier and completely shatters the cycle of delay. Oh, but as you start getting things done, you have to watch out for a very sneaky trap: productive procrastination. This happens when you avoid your most important, meaningful task by doing easy, seemingly productive things. Like you might spend an hour meticulously organizing your desk or color-coding a calendar, completely ignoring the giant, difficult project that actually matters. Don't let your brain trick you into feeling accomplished while you're actively avoiding your true priorities. So we've explored this really beautiful, holistic way to look at our lives, where faith, purpose, and action blend perfectly. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to ask you, what are your true intentions as you close this out and go about your day? Don't let yourself remain a cog in a stressful machine. Align your worldly efforts with a higher divine purpose. Focus your energy, protect your time, and seek that barakah. Start your journey to becoming a productive Muslim today. Transform your habits and watch how it transforms your life. Because ask yourself, if you were to look back on your output a year from now, will you be proud of the tasks you finished or the purpose you fulfilled?